Chapter 7. Incinerate. Officer? How did you know it was me before I even started to talk? Almost no one knows this number. You answered a call from this number at the public phone market owned by the Tians. I guess you memorized the number back then. You're very smart, Ye Jingshan. You almost fooled everyone. But not you. If you had taken that train just now, your plan would have succeeded. Ye Jingshan, we have you surrounded. I asked my superior for some time to ask you some questions alone. You got me. I have nothing to say. This isn't an interrogation. It's an equal communication. Someone once taught me to exchange questions for questions. You probably also have a lot of questions for me. What's the point of doing this? I know you didn't poison the family. I don't want to pin it on the wrong person, but I also want to know why you did what you've done. I don't know what you're talking about. You've treated me as a pawn ever since I entered the clinic. You led me to investigate the Tian family case because you've created a new suspect for the case. You pretended to be a smoker in front of me so I'd believe that you were burned to death in a fire due to your smoking habits. This way Zhao Xiaoyuan could be cleared of charges and the real murderer would be burned to death while you escaped. I answered your question. Now it's your turn to answer mine. Why did you help Zhao Xiaoyuan escape the Tian family? I was trafficked here as a kid, but the townspeople are unaware of this. I barely shared this secret with people. Zhao Xiaoyuan was trapped here just like me. I helped her just like helping my patients. Her illness came from this place, so leaving here was her best treatment. It's my turn to ask a question. How did you discover that I wasn't dead? Your plan was very thorough, but the corpse gave you away. Which part of the body gave me away? Wait. The ribs. Didn't they say that he was beaten up and broke some ribs or something like that? And that, like, from the Tians? And maybe that's why? Your ribs were broken by Tian Zhengrong. Under normal circumstances, even if your ribs had recovered, there would be fibrocartilage calluses. A forensic expert spent the whole night putting the ribs together and found out that the ribs didn't have any calluses. It seems like I underestimated your forensic expert. The forensic expert was none other than the student of the famous Liu Yuqiong. She was your schoolmate. It's my turn to ask a question. Why did you try to take the blame? I thought of the worst scenario when I helped Zhao Xiaoyuan develop an escape plan, but I didn't expect that the situation would get much worse. After her death, people called her a madwoman, a psycho, a murderer, which I didn't expect either. It was my plan that killed Zhao Xiaoyuan and Fang Fang. I should be the one to bear the charges. Dr. Ye, no one could predict that things would go in that direction. That was just my first reason. My second reason. Since I was a child, my adoptive parents kept telling me that I was abandoned by my biological parents. My adoptive parents arranged a lot of things that I didn't want. I never resisted. I wanted to repay them for the kind act of nurturing me. They didn't tell me the truth until they were on their deathbeds. They'd been deceiving me for their whole life. After they passed away, I didn't shed a tear, nor did I feel relieved. The name Ye Jingshan still traps me here. I wanted this name to bear all the charge, and I will start a new life with a new identity. Any other reasons? That counts as another question. It's my turn to ask. I left you with a question during our first call. How did you find these clues? I investigated the Tian family and uncovered key information. I knew the Tian family. There was nothing to investigate there. I can communicate with the dead. There's a saying in the field of forensics that forensics is a profession that can communicate with the dead. Yes, but that's just an analogy. I can also communicate with the dead. I can see into their past. I know secrets that only the dead know. Perhaps this unreasonable answer is the most reasonable. Can you continue to answer that question now? The last reason. Leaving Qingtan was Xiao Zhaoyuan's will and her expectation of me. On the day of the incident, she came to the clinic to buy medicine. Dr. Ye, do you have any Kangjian brand's cough medicine? I happened to restock a batch recently. I'll get a pack for you. Thank you. Oh, Dr. Ye, Fang Fang and I will leave Qingtan next month. I come to say goodbye. I don't know if we'll have a chance to meet again in the future. Miss Xiao, the last step of the plan is that you have to go somewhere. Even I won't be able to find. The ideal scenario is not to meet up again. However, if we're destined to meet again, maybe we will meet somewhere in the world. Oh, a while ago my father-in-law won 4 cruise tickets. My in-laws don't like to travel far, so I gave one to Miss Chen. And I wish to give the last one to you. You've been in town for such a long time. You should go out and relax. Dr. Ye, the infusion bottle is almost empty. Okay, I'll change it right away. I'm sorry. It's autumn and there are many patients in the clinic. I'm overwhelmed. Miss Xiao, thank you for your kindness, but... It's okay. I'll reserve it for you. Tell me if you want to go one day. Sure, thank you. She was a respectable person. She was not only saving herself, but me as well. I didn't understand at that time, but it was too late when I did. After she died, I told myself that I should try to leave. She wouldn't want you to leave in this way. But I'm the type of person that can't move forward without being pushed. And when I finally decided to move forward, I realized I was still trapped. You obviously had the opportunity to get in the train before I showed up. Officer Lin, do you see the mountains ahead? They're like piled up ashes. When I stare at them, I feel an indescribable confusion and fear. Maybe they're just a mass of lifeless ashes, or maybe they're still smoldering inside. I feel as if I can see my biological parents. Their figures are vague, they're wandering through the mountains like ghosts. Their mouths are open and they're calling out. Maybe calling my name. But I've forgotten my original name long ago. I didn't understand until then that I'm homeless. There isn't any place for me in the world. A home that was once warm, people who can accompany me. I've been buried in these mountains of ashes. Dr. Ye, do you have any questions? I have no more questions. I only have one request. Officer Lin, please forget the conversation that just happened. I'm the criminal who killed 3 Tian family members and caused Xiao Zhaoyuan to commit suicide. Ye Jinsheng, you're suspected of arson and desecration of a human corpse. You're under arrest in accordance with the law. After reinvestigation, the police discovered Ye Jinsheng falsified the evidence of him killing the Tian family. The identity of the burned corpse was also confirmed. It was Wang Jingkai, the owner of the small store. Ye Jingshan was prosecuted for arson, desecration of a human corpse, and falsifying evidence. The Tian family murder case was back to its original state. The case was closed again. Actually, I still have one more question for Ye Jinshang. I want to know if another person was also involved in his plan. I don't think he will answer this question. I also have my own answer. I will keep this answer in my heart forever. Lixun, what do you see this time? There's nothing but a blank white space. Where's the hearse carrying your father? I didn't continue to chase the hearse. I stopped and watched it till it disappeared from my sight. Why didn't you chase it? I just saw the miseries in this world. I also saw souls struggling painfully in it. I shouldn't have chased after my dad's honor and glory. There are still people suffering at the bottom of the dark abyss. That's where I should go. There are several announcements posted on a public bulletin board. Obituary. A volunteer teacher of Qingtan Primary School, Chen Qingsui, has passed away at the age of 27. Hereby notified, Culture and Education Office of Qingtan Town Government. Recently, Qinghai Times has reported on the tomb robbery in Qingtan Town, which has caused an outcry. Qinghai Times reporter conducted a secret investigation and found a tomb robbery syndicate led by Tian that had existed for a long time and had engaged in tomb robbery and sales of cultural relics. As the tomb robbery cases surfaced, the cultural relic trades exposed were even shocking. According to the ledger, which was made public by Qinghai Times, there were hundreds of buyers. Currently, the Qinghai municipal government has gathered forces from all walks of life to protect Qingtan's cultural relics and crack down on illegal and criminal activities. Oops. Yep. I misclicked. A few days ago, someone found this letter downstream. It's completely damaged after being soaked in water. To Qinghai Times editorial office, Qinghai City was written on the envelope. It was signed by Chen Qingsui. The letter is soaked and damaged. It's impossible to read what was written. We speculate based on the fragmentary content that this is a resignation letter. Miss Shen probably wanted to quit her job at the press and stay here to continue teaching. However, this letter didn't make it to the destination. Miss Shen's funeral is being held in town today. According to the custom here, there will be fireworks at the funeral. People believe fireworks can help missing souls find their way. This is a funeral without the body of the deceased. It sounds absurd. But if we spend 2, 3, 5, 10 years looking for Miss Chen, Who would hold a funeral for her by then? Will anyone remember her? Epilogue. Like tears and rain. And there go the credits. I like that we can actually skip them. I don't know how long they are. Usually credits for indie games aren't too long. So I'll sit through a bit of them while I gather my thoughts about the game. And yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I had a good time playing it. It was very... I don't know if scary is the right word for it. Very tense throughout a lot of the first half, I would say. Some jump scares here and there. The latter half was more so just, you know, connecting all the dots, solving the mystery, or having the game solve the mystery while we're along for the ride. Although it did make us figure out a bunch of things. Yeah. It was a great game. Enjoyable story. Good graphics. And yeah, I think we can skip the credits now. We'll see if there's actually any epilogue story as well, or if it no. Okay. I wish to thank my family and friends who offered me generous help in the development of this game. Thanks to all the players, streamers, and the text is gone. And finally, I wish to say thank you to everyone who plays Firework. You're welcome. I hope that you find something valuable in this journey. Okay, and we're back at the starting screen. So yeah, I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed watching as well. Thanks for doing so, and I hope to see you guys again in the next project, or in some other project sometime in the future. Until then, bye.